So observe here what we are doing here. Like as we identified here, we are having the three different approaches here. The three different approaches called table for concrete class and table for class hierarchy. So another one table for subclass here. So these are the three important concepts we are going to discuss here. So in that we are trying to discuss with the first one called the same problem having other people also. So someone having some voice problem here. Okay. So let me check. User ID. So basically, the viewer ID it need to enable the audio option here. So it did not enable as of now the audio option here. So you should enable. So then only you are able to understand. Okay. So back to here. Observe carefully what we are discussing here, and in that only. So first we are going to discuss with this particular concrete class, and we are going to create a one simple example here. The simple example here, first what we are doing here, we are going to create with the one billing details class, and in this billing details class, basically, so whenever we are having the parent class here, the parent class is going to play very important role here, because sometimes it's going to play primary key, sometimes it's going to play foreign key references here, right? So we need to understand here, basically this particular billing details is going to associate with our user here, so that both the table will have a primary key and foreign key relations here. Getting the point? So I will provide like how this particular primary key and foreign key is going to make between the user and billing details here. So for simple understanding here, observe carefully, because as we discussed in the previous classes here, so we are trying to work on the some simple airlines application here. So in that airline application only, if the user is trying to book a ticket here, first what we need to do, so they need to provide the billing details here. So they need to provide this particular billing details information. Getting the point? Along with this particular billing details information, this particular billing details are going to communicate it with the specific user here. So that we are going to have user table here. So here we are going to have user table here. And we are going to have a relation between this particular user and billing details here. But inside this particular billing details, again we are going to create a different billing details here. So we'll discuss after completion of this particular relation here. But now observe how this particular user and billing details are going to communicating each other here. Right, with the reference of the primary key as well as this particular foreign key here. Getting the point? So we need to understand here how these particular classes are going to communicate it. Along with these particular classes here, basically we need to provide the query against this particular superclass here. Getting the point? So we need to provide the query against this particular superclass here. So now you need to understand here how this exactly which is going to work. So now you need to see, because billing details is a one of the abstract class we are going to create, and inside this particular billing details, again we are going to work on the two sections here. So what are the two sections we are going to work here? Now carefully observe. So I want to create three information here. Here, so this is the billing details. Right. Inside this particular billing details here, so we need to provide the owner one property, and later, so some number here. So what is the billing number? And here created date. Created date. Getting the point? And later here, what we are going to do, because this is a abstract class here. Now we are going to work with credit card, and later we are going to work with bank account. Now, if you understand here, inside this particular credit card here, what we are going to do. So here we are going to specify the type. Inside this particular credit card here, so what type of this particular credit card will contain? And expired month and expired year. So these are the specific information to this particular credit card. And same way, bank account. Bank account. And what we are going to do, bank name and something called bank IFSC code. Something account number. Getting the point. So these three we need to provide here. Getting the point. So when we are trying to work on this particular information here, so how we are going to make the relation using these three. So now observe here, basically the relation will contain like this. So this particular relation will contain. Right. Now, so how this particular table is going to create? So to understand this particular table here, what we need to do. So let me observe here inside this particular credit card section, what we need to provide the information. Because, so these are the two subclasses, the credit card and bank account. I'm trying to work with the table here. So these are the three classes and these are the credit card table. So inside this particular credit card table, so we need to understand here credit card ID. So this it's going to play very important role, that is called primary key. Getting the point. So this will play the primary key information, and later now observe here, because we need to create a column for this particular superclass owner, something called number and created date. These are the coming from the billing details, and after this, so we are going to work with type, expired month, expired year. So these are the three credit card columns. Now you can understand here. So we are trying to create the 6 columns here. Basically, we need to create the superclass properties and subclass properties. Getting the point. Same way, if you are going to work on this particular bank information, if you are going to work with the bank section, so how we are going to create here? So these are the bank account. So it is a table here. Bank account ID. And it is a primary key. Right. And the same way, we need to create owner number and created date. So these are the three from the superclass. After this, bank name, IFSC code, account number. These are the specific to the bank account class. But observe here, this properties how we are creating into the each table here. So if I'm going to execute some several SQL select queries here, what happens internally? And understand here, if I'm going to write so some of the select queries for this particular credit card, and same way we need to understand some of the select queries for this particular bank account here. Getting the point? Because we are having So after seeing this particular select queries, we are going to have, so what are the drawbacks we are going to identify here? And same way, sometimes we are going to work with the unions here to find out the common records here, and so to improve the performance of this particular, so like fetching the records from the database here, we are going to work with the unions also. And along with this, we are going to avoid the multiple rounds of the, like multiple times, if we are instead of like fetching the data from the multiple times. So using this particular union, we can load the record at a times once here. So these are the information we can avoid using this particular union here, because union is not specific to the Hibernate. So this is the specific to the our SQL here. So same way, sometimes the unions are not going to work in our Hibernate applications here. So we need to understand here, so how we are going to, while loading these particulars, the select queries here, what are the drawbacks we are going to identify here. So let me write this particular select queries here. Here I am trying to write the select queries here. So if I am going to write this particular select queries of credit card here, how we are going to write here? Now understand here. So select here credit card ID, comma, owner, comma, something. These are the columns I want to load. Create a date and type some so on. From the table call, which table we are trying to load? Something called credit card. And here, so we are going to have the condition. Based on this particular created date I want to load. So where here created date is equals to question mark. Same way, what I want to do, I want to load the record from the bank account here. Getting the point. So only the changes here, bank name from the bank account, and created date with same. But if you observe, when we are trying to work on these particular classes here, what we need to do? We need to create a separate query for the each subclass here, or we can call it as a each concrete class. Getting the point. But here, the same query is not going to work for the both the classes here or both the tables here. So whatever the query we are going to write here, the query needs to work on the two tables here. So what are the two tables we are having? First one is a credit card, another one is a bank account here, right? When we are trying to work on this, like when we are trying to work with the inheritance concept here, when we create a abstract class with some subclasses information, what is our drawback we are identifying here? For each class, we need to create a separate query here, right? Now, if I'm going to work with this particular specific only credit card information, what we are going to provide? So again, we need to write the select query like this here. So here, so these are the specific columns for the credit card here. So credit card and type expire month and expire year from credit card, and where created date. Getting the point. So this is the specific columns to the credit card here. Now we did not include the superclass columns here. So I want to load only the specific columns which are available inside this particular credit card. But now understand here the drawback here when we are trying to work with so inheritance, the table for concrete class here, what happening internally? So we need to work on the separate query for the concrete class here. And here we are not going to work any the special Hibernate mapping declaration here. So if I'm going to work with the class declaration here for each concrete class, specifying the different table here. Getting the point. So to work on this particular concrete class, what we need to do? We need to provide the specific class attribute here. So where we need to specify the class attribute here? So we can work on this particular billing details class. Inside this particular billing details class, how we created this particular class attribute. Same way, we need to create the two class attributes here. Right. So that we can work on the specific queries for the each class here. So this is very important concept here when you are trying to work with superclass and subclass reference here. Same way, we want to see the another mapping inheritance here. So the another mapping inheritance is nothing but table per class hierarchy. Getting the point? Because we identified the drawback here when we are trying to work with the table per concrete class. Right. So let me provide them more information on the another mapping inheritance called table per class hierarchy. The table per class hierarchy, how it's going to work here. So this section will available table per concrete class. Now we are going to work on the table per class hierarchy. So observe here, when we are trying to work with this particular table per class hierarchy, how it's going to work. Basically, when we are trying to work with any entity class hierarchy, so it could be mapped to the single table here. Getting the point? So when we are trying to work on the so the entire class hierarchy. So even though if you are trying to work with the multiple classes here, because hierarchy is nothing but we are going to have some relations here. The parent-child relations we are going to have. Right. All the relations we are going to work with one table. So that we are going to call as the single table here. And this table will include all the columns of all the properties of all the columns here. So understand here. So we need to get a picture here. So we are having the billing details class, and the billing details class is extended to the other classes called credit card as well as bank account here. But here, when we are trying to discuss this particular table per class hierarchy, what we are doing here, and even though how many classes we are having here, but we are going to create only the single table here, and we are trying to create all the columns for all the properties and all the classes here. How many classes we are having for all the classes properties we are going to create columns in the single table here. Getting the point? And here we are going to provide the one important information called discriminator. So how this particular discriminator column is going to work. Getting the point? So this particular column is important. So we need to understand regarding this particular type of this particular discriminator and understand here how I'm going to create this particular information here. Based on this particular type, so we are going to provide the difference between the each and every subclass here. The column we are going to call as a discriminator. Right. So this particular column we are going to create. And observe here, so this particular mapping strategy, so it's going to provide the more performance and simplicity. So compared to the previous, the mapping inheritance called table per concrete class here, So we are going to have, so the performance and the creating this particular table is going to provide the simplicity, because inside the same class we are providing all the information here. Getting the point? Now, but here we are going to have one major problem here. Getting the point? So here, before going to discuss this particular major problem here, first we need to provide using this particular table per class hierarchy, we can work with without providing the complexity joins here. Simply we can select the queries or select the data from the databases, because we are all the properties we are providing into the same table. So you are not going to write the particular complex joins here, or complex unions we are not going to write here. Getting the point? But so we identified here the data is going to store in the same table, but only one the major problem here. So we need to provide we don't want to use the not null constraint here. Getting the point? Here we are not going to work with the not null constraint. Why we cannot use the not null constraint here? So if we understand here the simple, again we want to work with the diagram here. So back to here. So now you need to imagine here, again we are going to work on this particular three classes. Getting the point? Again we are going to work on these three classes here. But what I explained here, all the properties, like all the properties what we are having into these three columns here, sorry, three classes here, we are going to store into the single table. The single table here, now understand here how I'm going to write here. So here I'm going to provide the name of the table called. So this is the table, billing details table. Inside this particular billing details table, what I'm trying to provide? Here I want to provide all the columns information. So first one, billing details ID. So which is going to work? Primary key. And billing detail type here. So this type we are going to provide the column called discriminator. Right. So here I want to provide. So based on this particular type only, we can understand here. Right. Later, the remaining columns. So owner, number, and created date. So observe, and other after this, type, expiry month, expiry year, bank name, finally account number. Getting the point? So now you can understand here all the columns we are trying to define into the single table. But if you observe, if I'm making the credit card type and expire month and expire year not null constraint here, what happens internally? Basically, some users, so they are going to pay amount using this particular credit card. While paying this particular credit card, so these fields we are going to get null. These fields we are going to get null. Sometimes they are trying to provide using this particular bank details. So this particular fields we are going to get. So because of this, so we cannot use the not null constraints here. Getting the point? So this is very important here. If I'm going to provide this particular not null constraints here, what happens internally? So we are going to get an exception. So that we identified in the yesterday class. So this is another one hierarchy. But here only one drawback we are having. If I'm going to work with the not null constraint here, we are going to get exception. So otherwise, we can work with this particular billing details here. So when we are trying to work with this particular billing details here, so we are going to have only one select query And if we are going to making the relation between the user and billing details here, so we are going to have some different association. Getting the point. But compared to this particular table per concrete class, so we are having some better advantages when we are trying to work with this particular table per class hierarchy. So to understand here, first what we need to do, so we need to create one mapping file. So let me create a mapping file here inside this particular source directory. So what are the mapping file we need to create? Here we need to create the mapping file, billing details mapping file. Billing details dot hbm dot xml. And so let me add some information here. What I want to do, I want to provide Hibernate mapping. So this particular Hibernate mapping will contain same. And here, so we already identified a class. What is the name of the class we need to provide? Billing details. Right. And here, we need to specify the table here. What is the table we are going to create? Something called billing details. Right. So here we are having one column, something called discriminator value. Here we need to specify the billing details. When we are trying to provide this particular information here, after this, what we need to provide? We are going to work on the ID. I'm going to work on the ID here. And later, name. Billing details ID. So type long we are going to specify. So we need to provide the generator class. Can work like native. Okay, sorry. So column, right? Observe here, we created one Hibernate mapping class and ID. And after this, what we need to specify? Here we need to specify the particular tag here. So what is the tag we need to specify? Something called, so the discriminator tag. Observe here, what I'm doing here, I'm trying to specify this particular tag here. So that this particular column is going to provide here. You can see we are having the column here. The column billing details type. And the column type here. So we are going to specify as a string here. And later, what I'm going to provide, property. So what is the name of the particular property? Something called billing details name here. Name owner. String. So this is a one property. So if we are having other properties, we can specify. But if you observe, here I want to add subclass. So you can see subclass we are having. What is the name of this particular subclass? Credit card. Right. Here we need to specify the discriminator value. Value I want to specify CC. CC is nothing but credit card. Right. And inside this particular subclass here, we can provide property. We can provide the property. So now the name I want to provide type, column I want to provide. What is the column we are going to specify? Here, credit card type. Cutting the point, credit card type. And so type you can specify Sing. So this is the one property. Same way, other properties. Expire month. Okay, so we can work on the string only. Finally, expire here. And string. So this is one of the subclass I want to create. And another one I want to create here, bank details. Cutting the point. So here I want to specify BD. So what is the bank details we are going to have? Something called bank name, and IFSC code. IFSC code. Finally, what is the another column we created? Account number. Account number. Some column I want to add. Right. So these are the two sections we've created. So now you need to understand here, using this particular discriminator column and the appropriate subclass is going to call, and the values are going to initialize here. And the remaining subclass here, so they are going to make the values as null here. But here if I'm going to make not null constants here, what happens internally? We are going to get an exception here. So this is not possible here. Getting the point? So this is not possible here. Okay, basically this particular column, so this is not the property of any our persistence class here. So we are having these three classes here: billing details, credit card, and bank details. Getting the point? But this particular column, so internally used by the Hibernate here. In this case, what are the values we are going to specify? The value we are going to specify CC or BA, something called bank details. Okay, your bank account. So instead of details, we need to work on the bank account. Bank account, so that we can make BA. Right. So these are about the simple mapping here. But now you can understand here subclass here. So the subclass element we are having inside this particular class. So what it's doing internally, so which is going to provide the subclass of any class here. So what is our superclass here? Basically, we are having the relation of this particular inheritance concept here. So in this concept here, we are having the building details as a superclass, and we are having two subclasses here. So to make the columns of this particular subclass information into the one table, what we need to do? We need to work on this particular subclass here. Getting the point. So this particular subclass tag, so which is going to provide this particular column information into this particular table called billing details here. Billing details here. So that is exactly so which is going to work the subclass tag here. And here what we can do, we can work with only one query. So how we can work with only one query here? Here I want to provide the query is something called, so select billing details ID, and we can work with different properties. So credit card type, something called okay, expire month, and expire year. So when we are going to work with only the credit card information, so we can provide the select query like this here. And here what we can do, from billing details, where, so what are the conditions we can make? Here we can make billing details type is equals to something called CC and created date. So we can provide some date here. Getting the point. So these are about the conditions. Using this particular condition here, what we are going to do, we are going to work with this simple select query. Right. Now we'll try to understand the final mapping hierarchy. So after completion of this particular three hierarchies here, so we are going to have a simple example how exactly these three examples are going to work. So now I am going to write here table for subclass. So table for subclass here. So how we can work with the table for subclass. Now we understand here table for concrete class, table for class hierarchy. Now we are going to work with the table for subclass. So when we are going to work with this particular table for subclass here, what are the information we need to understand here? Basically, this is the third option to in our mapping inheritance relationship here. And here we are going to work with the foreign key association. Getting the point. So we need to understand here the primary key and the foreign key relation here. So when we are having more than one table here, so we are going to communicate with the primary key and the foreign key relation here. So how exactly this particular primary key and the foreign key relation we are going to work? So every subclass are declared with the persistence property. Observe here in our subclass here. So in our subclass we are having some properties here. The type and expire month, expire year. Same way bank name, IFSC code and account number. But here what we are doing here, and we are going to including like, so we are going to provide this particular properties along with this particular properties. So we are going to include this particular base information, including whether it is the abstract class or even it is an interface. Getting the point. So what we are going to do, we are going to include this information here. So same way the concrete class here. But how we implemented the properties inside this particular concrete class hierarchy. The same way we are going to work with table per subclass. But here we need to understand here the difference between concrete class hierarchy, subclass hierarchy. Basically, when we are trying to create object of this particular credit card here, because this is a subclass of this particular billing details here. Now you can understand here the values of this particular properties. So declared by the billing details, the superclass are going to purchase it to the no row of the billing details table here. Getting the point. So observe carefully when we are trying to create an object of this particular credit card. The credit card is nothing but our subclass, and it is also one of the our persistence class. Getting the point. And here we are having three persistence classes here. Even it is a abstract class also, we are going to treat as a persistence class. So credit class also one of the persistence class, and same way bank account, because these three are going to communicate with our database tables. Now understand here, I am trying to create object of this particular credit card here. Now I am trying to create a object of this particular credit card here, and whatever the values of this particular properties are declared. Getting the point. So whatever the values regarding this particular, I am discussing billing details, and whatever the properties. So now you can understand here the owner, number, and created date. So these properties values are, it's going to create a new row of the billing details table here. Getting the point. So with this particular properties, so we are going to create a new row. So we need to understand here how this particular new row is going to create it. So carefully observe here, I'm trying to create object of this particular credit card. It is nothing but I'm trying to insert the record into the database using this particular credit card. Now we are going to get an extra record here, or we can call it as an extra row in the billing details table here. So how exactly which is going to create? Now the two rows are going to link it to the, so they started the primary key values here. Getting the point. So now what you are understanding here, basically we are going to have a relation between these two here with the reference of primary key and foreign key here. So based on this, we are going to have extra records here, because the primary key and foreign key, we are not going to get with the same key here. So the primary key, the foreign key, we are going to get with a different key. The foreign key is going to play one side as a primary key and another side as a foreign key here. So because of this, we are going to get two records here, or we can call it as a two rows here. So how exactly which is going to work here? How exactly? So which is going to work here? Now you need to understand here how many classes we are having here. How many classes we are having? So we are going to create the table for the same classes. So now what we need to understand here, so for billing details also we are having one billing details table, and for credit also we are going to have one more table. Same, this particular bank account, we are going to have one more table. So these three tables are going to link it here with the reference of primary key and foreign key here. But here how we are going to work here with the reference of joined subclass. Getting the point. Using this particular joined subclass, we are going to work on these two information here. Now, so previously we understand here subclass here. We understand the subclass here. But when we are trying to work with when I'm trying to work with this particular subclass here, we identified some different information. But here, when we are trying to work with joined subclass here. Now observe, So we are going to have joined subclass. So this tag we are going to use. And what is the name of the subclass? Something credit card. And what is the table here? Because, so as I explained here, we are going to work with different tables here. Right. So let me provide here this information also. I want to comment this section and let me copy the name credit card. So here table I want to provide credit card. And after this we need to specify the year key. So what is the primary key? And here we need to provide the column here. Sorry. This column is going to play primary key as well as foreign key references here. And credit card ID. Credit card ID. And we can work on these three properties. What are the three properties we are having? So all the three properties I am going to specify. Getting the point. So these all about the joined class. Same way we are going to work with the bank account here. When we are trying to add this particular joined subclass here, what happens internally? So this particular joined subclass is going to point to the credit card here. And this key is going to play very important here. Primary key of this particular credit card and foreign key of this particular billing details. Foreign key of this particular billing details here. So what happened? I'm getting an error. Class must match with Cassie JS or JS Cassie. Okay. Describe meta version. Okay. So I will change those information later. But now we need to understand here how we can work with this particular information here. Right. Same way we can work with the bank account also. So now we understand here the differences, each differences here. So what we are doing here, again, the root here. So what is the root to table we are having? Billing details and joined subclass. So which is going to use the map to the subclass to the new table here. So here, with the reference of this particular subclass information, so new table is going to create. In our example, credit card here. And whatever the properties we declare inside the joined subclass, all will be mapped to this particular table. Getting the point. All the properties are going to created as a columns in the table called credit card. And the primary key is required. Because in any table, we are going to work with the primary key. And we'll also have a foreign key consent with the billing details table here. And same way we are going to work with the bank here. So let me add a SQL query here. So when we're trying to work with the table for subclass here, so how exactly we are going to work with the join information, the select query here, so that we are going to have some information how this particular table for subclass is going to work here. Okay. So select here billing details ID. And I want to provide the inside this particular billing details owner we are going to have and number something created date so credit card type here something credit card type something we can work with if you are trying to join the other table also we can join. I want to add final one expire month. Right. So here we want to work with the from. Which table we are trying to work here? Billing details. Right. So I want to provide the reference call, something called BD. And here I want to provide left to join. Left to join I want to provide. From the which table? Credit card. Some credit card here. And here we want to make the condition here. So based on this particular ID, how it's going to work. Getting the point. So billing details ID is equals to credit card ID. So now we need to understand this very important here. Billing details ID is going to match with the credit card ID. So how it's going to match? Because of this particular joined subclass. Getting the point. So with this particular joined subclass is going to play very important role, and this particular key is going to play important role. So as I explained here, so this key is going to work with primary key and foreign key references here. Getting the point. So these are all about so this is the way we can work with the three sections here, and we'll have a simple example on this three here. Getting the point. So because we don't want to discuss this particular table for concrete class because we already identified. So it's like a simple class. There is no relation between the two classes here. But we need to focus on these two sections here. Table for class hierarchy and table for subclass. So these two examples we are going to discuss tomorrow. And after discussing the two examples here, now what we are going to do? We'll try to work with association here. Like one to one, one to many, many to many, and many to one. So we are having 4 association here. And first we are going to discuss the two. The remaining two we are going to discuss in our upcoming classes here. Getting the point. So any questions regarding this particular mapping inheritance here? Okay. So if we don't have anything, we are going to conclude the today class and we'll continue tomorrow with an example.